I've always loved taking something pretty ordinary and elevating it. You know, like my husband.
Any type of flower arranging is just telling a story. What story do you want to tell? Maybe leave the country. Maybe disown your dad.
Meghan Markle spent years proving Hollywood should see her as serious, sophisticated, and powerful. But television, comedians, late-night hosts, cartoon writers, panel shows, and sketch programs seem to give her a different role.
From the looks of her, this is one cat who always lands on her face.
Meghan isn't merely criticized. She's become comedy material. That's what makes this brutal. The jokes aren't attached to one interview, one controversy, or one disastrous week. They follow every reinvention.
Cooking for her is crazy.
Everyone's favourite Duchess has made an appearance, surprise appearance on MasterChef in Australia, Chris.
I really don't know what to do.
MasterChef Australia made that problem impossible to miss. This should have been one of Meghan's easiest appearances. No palace battle, family confrontation, courtroom drama, or aggressive interviewer.
It doesn't work for you to shoulders back, breasts out, headlights going, and try to look as bitchy as possible.
Just food, contestants, soft lighting, and the lifestyle atmosphere she has built. Yet even there, the appearance turned into ridicule. A cooking moment let television personalities question the performance and laugh at the gap between glossy presentation and reality.
Hi, oh my God, it's been so long, Miss Meghan Markle.
Why don't we pass it to you?
Yeah, pass it on to Dawn.
Oh, fine.
Pass the Dutchie to the right-hand side.
God, that was really bad. What have you got in your teeth?
That's the pattern Meghan cannot seem to escape. The surroundings change while the reaction follows. Put her inside royal life and people joke. Move her to Hollywood and they joke. Place her in a kitchen with flowers, fruit, jam, a beautifully arranged table, and control of the camera, and somehow it still produces comedy. She changes the backdrop, but the punchline survives.
Welcome to my beautiful home. What do you mean it's not my f***ing home? Every morning I pick beautiful flowers from my beautiful garden and I feed them to my beautiful children. So what if you haven't got a f***ing garden? I haven't really got any children.
The lifestyle chapter should have softened everything. Meghan could leave palace arguments and become warm, domestic, effortless, and aspirational. Instead, tiny details drew the wrong attention. Repacking snacks, arranging food, explaining basic kitchen habits as elevated lifestyle wisdom.
How I prepare water for my guests. Some water that I got from the spring in my backyard. Whatever you do, don't use tap water. I'm just gonna sneak a taste. You flower petal. H is always calling water water, and there you have it.
Natural-looking moments began feeling overproduced, and late-night television noticed the performance underneath the relaxed image. Then, the products gave comedians even more material. Jam became a recurring joke. Small jars became a recurring joke. Luxury pricing from food to candles became another target.
And it's not even jam, it's scam jam, because it doesn't have the right sort of balance. And the candles which cost an absolute fortune. You have to sell your left leg to get it.
Before we continue, one quick thing. One thing I've realized is that most families don't have their important information organized in one place. That's exactly why I recommend the Family Vault, a simple, printable, and fillable organizer where you can keep everything from important documents and insurance to medical information, passwords. You'll find the link in the description, or you can simply scan the QR code on your screen. Now let's get back to today's story. That's dangerous when the business depends on persuading customers that an ordinary object becomes more desirable because Meghan selected it, packaged it, or attached her lifestyle image to it.
Okay, Megs, go.
Trick that people do with pineapple instead of just cutting it.
Hold it steady, you ginger pots!
To make the perfect little bite, you follow the wedge. When nature has given you all the cues on how to have a perfect taste of something.
Oh, how fun is that? I love it. Oh my gosh, I work so hard.
Luxury branding only works while people believe there's something genuinely special underneath the presentation. Once a jar, candle, snack bag, or kitchen item resembles normal merchandise wearing a Duchess-sized price tag, the illusion becomes harder to maintain. Meghan isn't only selling products.
Cooking to me is really a love language. I think it's such a great way to connect. It's something that can feel sentimental and meaningful, and It's how I show my nurturing and love for my friends, family, and my kids.
Tell you what, Meghan, could you just repeat that in English, please? I mean, what is she talking? Cooking's really a love language.
She's selling taste, exclusivity, and the idea that her everyday life is more refined than everybody else's. That gap between the presentation and the actual object is where comedy keeps landing punches. And the jokes didn't stay trapped inside food television.
Harry, it came. It finally came.
It's an invite to a fancy formal event. Hang on. This invitation is for LeBron James.
Duh. I've been rifling through his mailbox every day so I could grab it before he does.
Brilliant.
Meghan's name began appearing across movies and comedy programs as shorthand, not as a glamorous royal reference, not as proof of A-list status. Sometimes her name became the joke. That's where a celebrity's image problem becomes harder to manage.
Brian, this is a terrible idea. We could change the course of history.
You always say that, but doesn't history pretty much suck? I mean, the Crusades, Hitler.
Prince Harry marrying Meghan Markle.
Again? Oh, like all of your wives are so much better.
Because writers no longer need to explain the story. They can mention Meghan, trust the audience to understand the baggage, and move to the laugh. Even Suits was dragged into that machine. Meghan's acting career was used as material before the lifestyle shows, with jokes built around the gap between the description of her Hollywood career and how important it really was before Harry.
Beautiful woman.
Yeah, fine.
Great mum. Whenever the kids are being fussy and not going to bed, she puts on an episode of Suits and they're out. So, what are you doing? Ow! Stop it! Stop it!
Before Jam and Montecito branding, comedians were playing with the contrast between the phrase Hollywood star and the reality behind it. Harry entered the same comedy universe.
Harry Potter makes up half of England's economy, man. Come on, just shave it, Wills.
Okay, just shut up about the hair.
What hair? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I made him mad. I made him mad. I love you. I love you.
His relationship with William was portrayed as awkward, competitive, and childish, with sketches reducing Harry to the brother taking cheap shots while William looked increasingly irritated. Those scenes were obviously written as jokes, but they feel different now because audiences know how badly the real relationship between the brothers later deteriorated.
Yes.
All right, Prince William and Prince Harry, everybody. What is this? What is that?
That knowledge changes the older comedy. At the time, Harry and Meghan were presented as a glamorous royal love story. Now people watch those old scenes. After the royal exit, the interviews, the memoir, the family collapse, the accusations, and years of conflict.
Michael, we like to apologize. Unfortunately, William's hair was unable to make it this evening. It's devastating.
Oh, bravo! Hilarious. Yes, a bald joke.
An old gag about Harry behaving like the chaotic younger brother suddenly lands inside a much darker story than writers could have known then. Meghan's family story has also fed the comedy cycle. The estrangement from her father, years of public family tension, stories involving her former husband, and the recurring image of relationships disappearing after serious fallouts have become part of the pattern comedians can use.
Any type of flower arranging is just telling a story. What story do you want to tell? Maybe leave the country. Maybe disown your dad.
Comedy loves repetition, and once an audience recognizes a pattern, older stories can attach to whatever controversy arrives next.
Some American actress went on a show in Australia, basically.
Yeah.
And evidently, Harry likes meat and 2 veg.
Even private, random corners of everyday life can get absorbed into that kind of reputation. Workouts, doctors, personal appointments, and even jokes involving a gynecologist can sit beside royal arguments and celebrity gossip.
My role today is to instruct on the protocol of dealing with a member of the royal family.
And I've met members of the royal family before, so I assure you I'm up to speed.
Well, you may well know the protocol for having an audience with the Duchess, but there is an entirely different set of protocol when one has an audience with the royal...
I'm sorry, are you referring to the vagina?
I will mark that down that you said that word once.
Once a public figure becomes a permanent pop culture target, no subject is too unrelated to be dragged into the same comedy ecosystem. Strangely, Meghan doesn't need to be the original topic. A conversation can swing toward her name, and the audience already understands the reference. That makes the mockery nearly impossible to control.
Now, throughout the examination, it is imperative you say the following words to yourself in the exact order as this. This is great. This is so great. This is by far the best one of these I have ever seen. Man, oh boy, this is great.
To myself.
Yes, but loud enough for the Duchess to hear. That's the secret, isn't it, when you're speaking secret?
A statement might answer an accusation, but no statement can chase every throwaway gag. And no rebrand can move fast enough when a punchline needs only her name. The tone hardened when major comedians stopped treating Meghan as a delicate subject. Chris Rock went straight at the royal complaints and the Oprah-era narrative.
Oh, here we are, delivery day. Now, when the child is delivered, it's important that you do not reach for it unless it offers a hand to you. If it does not offer its hand, then just wait for it to slide out on its own.
Very good.
And then you will play peekaboo with the child, and if it laughs, you will be knighted.
And if it cries?
He didn't need a long explanation because audiences knew the conflict. That familiarity gave the jokes their force. He could hit the contradiction and trust the crowd to connect the rest themselves. Other stand-up comics attacked differently. The royal grievances became material. The chase for fame became material.
You know who'd be great to play Michelle? Meghan Markle.
I do love resuscitating has-beens' careers, but I'm not a fucking magician.
Meghan's desire for celebrity, followed by surprise at the restrictions and realities of royal life, became material. Harry's privilege was mocked. Security complaints were mocked.
Like, what's this girl, Meghan Markle? Seemed like a nice lady. Just complaining. I was like, didn't she hit the light-skin lottery? Hit the fucking light-skin lottery and still going on complaining.
Oh my gosh, I work so hard and
Trying to be a victim.
But seriously, it's gotta sell the mommy lifestyle. And it's gotta be all about me. But not seem like it's all about me. In California, we're just a regular couple living close to Oprah and far from the paparazzi. Woo! But not too far.
Pet names were mocked. Even dramatic descriptions of ordinary royal protocol became something comedians could turn into a routine. That's when the Sussex image began slipping from prestige toward parody. The jokes no longer focused only on what Harry and Meghan did.
Lot going on to the news. My God, it's so crazy out there. What's going on with Meghan Markle? She thinks that everybody is just stupid. Like we can't see that she is manipulating his dumb husband. I really feel sorry for the family. Maybe everybody's fixated on how good looking this guy.
They increasingly targeted who critics believed the couple had become. Wealthy people complaining about privilege, celebrities demanding privacy while staying visible, and former royals making money from the very institution they said they had to escape.
Harry said racism was a big part of their decision to leave, which you know things are bad at Buckingham Palace if they came to America to get away from racism.
South Park barely needed to exaggerate it. The privacy theme became a visual gag because the basic concept was already easy to understand. Wanting to be left alone while appearing everywhere? Demanding normality while pursuing attention. Complaining about image while constantly managing image. It worked because viewers didn't need a lecture. The contradiction was instantly recognizable.
Magazines and Netflix shows, we really can live a normal life. Yes, I'm sure you agree, darling. We can be the people we talked about being, with no more worries about how we look or the image we project to people. What matters is what we have on the inside.
Family Guy found another pressure point and went after money. The Netflix millions. The sponsored post image. The idea of leaving royal life for independence and then building a commercial identity around being the couple who left. Again, no history lesson was needed.
I think it's important we do this ourselves, Harry, and not live off your family.
I agree. We'll just have to find a way to make £50 billion on our own.
The Sussex brand was familiar enough for one scene to carry years of baggage. Spitting image pushed the parody further because puppets can exaggerate what television avoids. Meghan's Duchess persona, the cooking image, celebrity name-dropping, Harry's obsession with status, the money, the titles, and the endless reinvention were rolled into one ridiculous package.
Then when he gets in, he wakes me up and Googles to see if I'm still 5th in line to the throne.
5th in line?
Yeah, Kate and Wills have any more kids. I'll move down another fucking notch.
Meghan's image depends on control and polish. Satire discovered that the control itself could become part of the joke. Even managing how she's addressed created more material. The emphasis on the Sussex name, the title, identity, and precise framing can become imitation fuel. Moments intended to establish status may instead give writers a mannerism to exaggerate.
If she didn't marry him, she would be on The Bachelor this season. Fighting for Prince. She would be Megan M. from Sherman Oaks barista. She just got lucky. She got so lucky.
That's the risk of tightly managing a public persona. The more rigid the presentation becomes, the easier its rules are to parody. Meanwhile, Hollywood hardly appears eager to protect her from the jokes. Public silence around birthdays, celebrity friendships displayed less, and names such as Serena Williams, Beyoncé, Kris Jenner.
When and where can we talk about this later?
How about when? Pigs fly. And where? Out of my ass.
Location of my ass.
And Jamie Kern-Lima appearing in conversations about distance rather than closeness reinforce the same perception. The image isn't Meghan taking over Hollywood. It can look like Hollywood continuing without her, while the comedy gets louder. Silence can sting more than an attack.
When they go low, we go high!
Meghan surrounded the Sussex brand with famous friends, glamorous invitations, celebrity connections, and the suggestion that Montecito placed her near the center of elite American culture.
Place in microwave. What is microwave? I don't think we have any of that. Harry, do we have any microwave?
Are you fucking dumb? When those famous names become less visible, post less often, or drift from the story, the empty space speaks for itself. Nobody needs to announce a changed friendship. For a brand built partly around A-list proximity, absence becomes noticeable.
My name is Megan Sussex now. Call me Meghan Markle one more time, Mindy fucking Kaling.
Meghan didn't leave royal life to vanish. She built an American celebrity operation. Netflix, Spotify, interviews, products, awards, red carpets, lifestyle branding.
The Met Gala, a night of fashion and fun. Huh, really? Yes, come on everybody, let's all prance around in our $100,000 clown outfits and watch the American empire crumble. What are we doing? What's going on?
Hollywood relationships. The reinvention depended on respect in a new world. So, when Hollywood comedy treats Meghan as an easy setup, that isn't a side problem. It strikes at the identity she tried to build. The Golden Globes showed why it matters. The Sussex Netflix deal became joke material in a room packed with the entertainment industry people Meghan had spent years trying to impress.
Turns out Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will still get paid millions of dollars for doing absolutely nothing. And that's just by Netflix.
That lands differently from online criticism or a YouTube monologue. This was an entertainment business story becoming a joke in front of the entertainment business itself.
It's so funny that people keep calling me Meghan Markle, because it's Meghan Sussex now! It's Meghan...
Late-night hosts kept finding angles. The blind date story, the royal title, money, products, pretzel bags, strange lifestyle rituals, the privacy contradiction. The comedians didn't have to share the same politics or opinion of Meghan and Harry. They only needed recognizable details audiences could connect to the Sussex story.
Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.
Sorry, I'm allergic to BS.
Wax figures became part of the comedy. Harry and Meghan being moved away from the royal display inspired another bizarre routine. At one point, this couple was described as the monarchy's modern future. A few years later, comedians could joke about where their wax versions belonged. Older material stings more because audiences know what followed.
Oh, yeah. Meghan Markle. Yeah, you think you're marrying a prince on a white horse, yeah? That's what I thought. Till my prince rode in on a white stretcher, all right? Fairy tale's over.
Before the wedding, Meghan was teased as an American actress entering an eccentric royal world. Suits was mocked. Harry was mocked. The fairy tale was mocked. The wedding became comedy. Back then, nobody knew how bitter the family split would become. Those jokes now sit inside years of serious conflict.
Earlier today, Suits actress Meghan Markle married some unemployed dude who still lives with his grandma.
After the wedding came the palace war, the breakdown with William, criticism of the royal family, the Oprah interview, the documentary, Spare, and years of competing versions. The comedy evolved with the drama. What started as playful teasing about an American royal bride became sharper ridicule about hypocrisy, fame, money, family destruction, and endless grievance.
English palate, so he loves meat and potatoes. So far, so good. And cream sauce.
Yes.
What? What is that? The English people don't like cream sauce with meat and potatoes.
She kept calling, you're completely right about that, by the way. That proves that it's pretty much a lie.
Then Meghan tried another escape route. Founder and lifestyle entrepreneur. Instead of ending old jokes, it opened a new category. Jam, dog biscuits, kitchen products, lifestyle content.
It's not going to be a good couple of days for Harry, but at least he can get back home and enjoy a good plate of meat, potatoes, and cream sauce.
I'm going to say, Kevin, you've never looked more happy in your life than you are right now. I've never seen you smile this much.
Actually, that's the end of the show. It's Meghan and Harry.
Expensive-looking packaging, expensive prices, tiny luxuries presented like cultural events. The new chapter was supposed to move beyond royal drama, yet it gave comedians new props without removing old ones. That creates a business trap. If Meghan launches something expensive, critics call the price absurd. If the product is basic, they ask why anyone needs a duchess to provide it.
They get a 30-minute warning before the end of the challenge. And Meghan Markle is told, oh, I've got 30 minutes if you'd like to just announce it. She said, I don't like shouting. I don't like shouting. So she was going to, that sounded quite Trump-like, didn't it? So she went to each individual contestant and just went, just so you know, you've got 30 minutes left. Because she didn't like shouting.
If she emphasizes her title, she's accused of clinging to royalty. If she tries to look casual and relatable, the Montecito luxury remains impossible to miss. That's why a tiny jar can generate oversized mockery. The joke is rarely just about strawberry jam. It's about the enormous identity wrapped around something extremely small.
Also revealed that the kids, Archie and Lilibet's palates, they're progressing very nicely. They'll even happily eat Brussels sprouts. And I think that's the real headline here. Kids liking Brussels sprouts, who would have thought?
The cycle repeats across every reinvention. It happened with acting, it happened with food, it happened with celebrity friendships, it happened with the royal title, it happened with privacy. Each chapter promises a chance to move forward, but previous punchlines get dragged into the next launch, appearance, product, or interview.
I'm here to tell my truth and make a shit ton of money out of podcasting, as I don't have any discernible talent.
That's why MasterChef matters beyond one meal or television appearance. It represents the whole pattern. Meghan finally enters a friendly setting shaped around the brand she wants now, and the reaction still turns toward ridicule. There's no hostile palace, strict protocol, aggressive reporter, or anyone visibly blocking her. Yet people still find something to laugh at.
I know, what a coincidence, right? Thank goodness the team at MasterChef were filming for that totally random and natural, unscripted moment when Harry called Meghan as she was judging a carrot dish.
Comedy moves faster than any celebrity image team can respond. One awkward moment happens, the clip circulates, television reacts, creators remix it, comedians add a line, and suddenly the promotional message disappears under the jokes.
Gone on Oprah, I didn't know. I had no idea how racist they were. It's the royal family. You didn't Google these motherfuckers? What the fuck is she talking about? She didn't know.
Meghan may spend weeks planning a polished appearance, but one strange exchange can become the only piece audiences remember. That speed makes Meghan's original ambition impossible to ignore. Leaving royal restrictions was supposed to give her freedom to build the life and image she wanted.
These dishes are fantastic.
I see.
Yes. Can you see it okay?
Yeah, I'll tell you, he was actually calling in from the London High Court, where he just lost his £50 million case against the Daily Mail.
Talk about plank of the week. Harry's having a plank. Harry is really having a plank of the year. He is.
Yet the more controlled everything looks, the more obvious the machinery becomes. Perfect flowers, perfect kitchen, perfect language, perfect products, perfect celebrity connections, perfect staging. then one punchline can cut through that work in a few seconds. Harry hasn't escaped the same treatment. Comedians repeatedly reduce him to a familiar character. The prince who walked away from royalty yet cannot stop discussing royalty. The millionaire complaining about money and security. The man asking for privacy while selling details of private life. And the younger brother whose relationship with William went from comic rivalry to a real public collapse. Together, Harry and Meghan function as a comedy package.
Well, we can expect more Montecito madness from Meghan Markle. That's what we can expect.
Yes, I think you're right.
Me, Meghan. It's got to be good.
Me, Meghan. I mean, that is a new name, and that is one that I think suits her indeed.
Meghan supplies the branding and celebrity reinvention, while Harry supplies the royal history, and every effort to separate those identities joins them again. A jar of jam can lead back to Buckingham Palace. A cooking appearance can lead back to Harry. A Hollywood joke can lead back to titles, money, privacy, or the royal exit. The mockery feels larger because it isn't coming from one corner of entertainment. Stand-up comedians, cartoons, late-night television, British panel shows, movies, puppet programs, celebrity interviews, and viral parodies reach different audiences.
Thank you again for coming to the show.
Of course, Michael. We love American telly. My brother's fiancée, Miss Meghan Markle, is on the American program Suits.
Yes, Wednesdays, 8 p.m, USA Network. Check it out. She's amazing in it. Yeah?
Right. The only difference between that show and this is people watch this one.
Oh, hilarious.
Before we continue, I want to mention something really quick. Organizing your family's important information is one of those things most of us know we should do, but we keep putting it off. That's exactly why there's the Family Vault. It gives you one place to organize your important documents, insurance, medical information, passwords, and more, so everything is easy to find when it's needed. You'll find the link in the description, or you can scan the QR code on your screen. That's all. Now, let's get back to today's story. Yet they return to the same weak points. When different rooms keep recognizing the same contradictions, the problem looks bigger than one bad review. It starts looking like a reputation unusually easy to parody. That may be the harshest roast. It isn't one comedian with a grudge. It isn't one cartoon or late-night host repeating the same line. Different people, in different formats, keep arriving at familiar themes. Fame, titles, money, privacy, family, status, and reinvention. The jokes change, but the version of Meghan and Harry being mocked remains recognizable. Meghan wanted a global brand and achieved global recognition. But recognition and respect aren't the same thing.
This woman is being paid millions of dollars to show how to cut into a pineapple.
Oh my God. Who the hell is sated by one tiny little bite of pineapple?
When a celebrity's name becomes useful to comedians, panel shows, cartoons, films, late-night hosts, and internet creators as instant shorthand for a joke, that's a very different form of fame from the glamorous Hollywood authority Meghan appeared to be pursuing. So the question is no longer simply which comedian might roast Meghan next. The harder question is what part of her public life hasn't already become material. Royal life became material. Leaving royal life became material. Hollywood became material. Netflix became material. Family conflict became material. Business became material. Cooking became material. Privacy became material.
What is the number one question that mystifies scientists? Number one question.
Is there life on another planet?
Oh no. Why does Meghan Markle make her own pretzel bags? They don't know why.
That's interesting. She takes it from one bag and puts it in another bag.
Even products meant to prove a new era became another route back into old jokes. And that is the part the reinvention cannot solve. Every new image is supposed to create distance from the previous controversy, but the audience carries the earlier story into the next appearance. A kitchen is not just a kitchen anymore. A product is not just a product. A Hollywood room is not just another celebrity event. The royal title, the privacy argument, the family conflict, the money, the branding, and Harry are sitting in the background. That gives comedians an advantage. They do not have to build the context from nothing because years of headlines have built it for them. One small, awkward moment can activate the entire history again. And suddenly, the newest controlled chapter is being judged through every chapter that came before it. That's why the laughter seems impossible to outrun. Meghan keeps introducing a new version of the story. Comedy keeps reopening the old one.